scheduled power cuts. A frustration, of course, for all of us. Currently stage 6, still indefinitely. I'm afraid there's going to be no change for the foreseeable future. Here's the problem. Apart from sitting in the dark, what about the criminality of all of this? Many criminals take advantage of the longer blackouts to target homes and businesses. Women, of course, in danger in many communities as they have to traverse dimly lit streets. Often there aren't any lights at all. Bafedile Moerane is speaking to communities out and about for us this morning. Hello, Bafedile. Where do we find you and what are people telling you? Good morning.
Well, good morning, Gareth. I'm here at Melrose. You can see behind me there, although traffic at this point in time is flowing smoothly, because I'm seeing outsurance officials having to be on the ground controlling traffic. But we know that in most of the time, load shedding, it is affecting us from home when we have to prepare. It is really causing a serious inconvenience for people who are going to work, and also the school children when they have to prepare to go to school. So this morning here at Rosebank, we're seeing traffic flowing smoothly. I will ask my colleague there, Noko, to show you at this point that there's load shedding, but we're seeing officials of outsurance having to be on the ground monitoring the situation to ensure that they really avoid issues of accidents. And having to speak about the issues of security, really security is very much compromised in instances like this. I've read one of the articles on the internet having to hear security, one of the biggest security services in the country, and the insurers having to say that the claiming data has basically pointing to elevating levels of crime in the country, most especially during load shedding. So the power cuts really provide more opportune time for criminals in the country to act. We have seen a lot of people having to resort to use generators, but later tonight we know that the fuel price are going up, now really having to cause a very greatest brand having to be felt by consumers here in the country. So it's really a long way for South Africans at this point in time, Gareth, and also having to see the security being compromised there. In most instances, in the stories that we've covered, we have had people having to cry foul, raising issues to say that, you see, we don't have electricity, or these particular Apollo lights are not working, and then we do not feel safe. We are being marked when we do not have Apollo lights or the street lights. You know, in most instances, when we look into areas, urban areas as well, we have seen, I've also attested that a lot of criminals take advantage by also stealing the electrical cables during the load shedding. Now, when it is a long hours, having to encounter about 4 to 6 hours at this point in time, it really gives the criminals a plenty of time to do their work. So later on, we will be engaging with residents in the streets of Johannesburg to hear their view as to how is this compromising them, and also are they feeling safe at this point in time. We'll also be speaking to a number of experts in the security agencies of the country to hear their view. How are they seeing the situation at this point in time, Gareth?
All right, Bafedile, for the moment then, thank you very much indeed.